Boom! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning, I wanna turn on this. Becky quick. While the average man looking at this, it's acting like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like, yeah, 5'6". Yeah, I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stop pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot keys. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater. Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and egg, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and egg, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit them up with this resistance. Watch them roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and egg, make profits. Light up, watch watching them gain big profits while I'm still in my same making profits. They used to watch me move them packets. Stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Profits. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hit make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? They make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Make profits. That TTG money gang. They making profits. We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. It's another green day for us inside of True Trading Group. It's not a monster grand slam home run type of day, but sometimes singles and doubles is how you win the game. That's what today was all about. Welcome, folks. We got some major economic data came out today. You got more coming out tomorrow. What's it all mean for the market rally as you got your first true sell-off day that we've had in quite a while? Let's talk about it all. My name is Michael Edward Parinati. I go by Michael Edward, and I've been investing for over 17 years now. I began my career working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City. It's my very first job right out of college. I had to go through a 3-month educational training program where they taught me how to trade these markets successfully. I did not have to figure this stuff out on my own. They did not let me touch $1 of their money until I went through this training program. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession and the stock market crash, but also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, and I'm the co-founder and head trader of TTG, and along with my team of 10 professional trading mods and an over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of traders from all over the world reach their goals. We actually have members in over 115 different countries, truly a global community here at TTG. Now, for those of you that do not know, True Trading Group is the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that is available to the retail trader because we combine professional university level trading and investing courses similar to the stuff that I learned working at the fund in that 3-month training program. We give you access to premium stock market tools and do live workshops and provide individual mentorship for stocks, options, crypto, futures for all styles of trading. You'll learn day trading, swing trading, and also long-term investing at True Trading Group. We take that university level curriculum, we combine it with today's top financial tools that are worth over $5,000 a year on their own. That's a lot of money, but you need these tools. They give you more information, they help you make better decisions, they increase your chances of success. But if you were to go to the companies directly that offer them, you're spending around $5,000. I know that's a lot of money. That's why we have spent years building relationships with these companies so we can put their products on our platform, put their tools on our platform so you guys can use them without any additional upsell or fee or cost, okay? It's all included when you guys join the TTG annual membership. You'll also get access to all of our members, the most educated, helpful, supportive, and successful community of traders that you're ever going to find. And of course, the real-time trade alerts from the mods and I that have been able to maintain cumulatively as a group a win rate on all of our executions of just around 80% now going on the last 3 years. So if you're ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you folks have come to the right place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live where myself, other TTG Pro trading mods, and special guests drop golden nuggets, going to give you free lessons and education that can help you guys become better traders. So smash that like button if you guys are new. Turn on your notifications. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, obviously. Make sure you guys never miss out on any one of these live streams. So today, guys, you had a pretty significant sell-off day or pullback day in the markets. You saw we had a big gap down today, and then the markets recovered off of that big sell-off. We closed well off the lows, up at 439.5. We got all the way down to 437. So significant move there to the downside, but then followed by also a significant bounce as the market is kind of just trying to figure out what to do with the Fed meeting that is coming up here in the month of July. And the markets have been starting to believe Jerome Powell. We have a lot to talk about here. I want to explain to you guys what that means, that the markets are starting to believe Jerome Powell, but they still don't believe him fully. So in order to have this wonderful conversation, we had a fantastic new live format last night. All right, so in order to do that, I will be bringing on in just a moment my business partner and the co-founder of True Trading Group, so we can go through and kind of do something similar to what we did yesterday. And if you guys recall, yesterday on the live stream, I was asked how I would trade a handful of particular stocks, What I would like to do here today is I want to recap for you guys, and I want to go through an update. Let's see, how did those stocks all pan out today? We went over them yesterday. Okay, the stocks that I was focused on, or the stocks that how I would trade the stocks that were trending on StockTwits. That's what it was. How would I trade them? We want to go through, and I did trade some of them, not all of them, but I want to go through and I want to update you guys on how all of those trades and all that analysis, how it all panned out today. And we'll see if that technical analysis from last night's live stream, we'll see if it was accurate. All right, and then we'll talk about what happened today with the jobs data. You got ADP employment data that was far better than expected. 497,000 new jobs added this past month. That is significantly higher. It's almost double what the expectations were, with almost half of that coming from leisure and hospitality. So leisure and hospitality industry is still on fire. It's still booming. It's absolutely on fire. It's booming. And you saw it today. The labor market is still extremely strong. People still are secure in their job positions. And you also got jobless claims today. The initial jobless claims were a little bit higher than expected, but the continuing jobless claims were under expectations. And that shows you that even when somebody loses their job, they're able to quickly find more work. And that is the state of this labor market. It is still strong. It's the reason why the economy is held up better than expected. The services side of this economy is still strong. Is it slowing? Sure, but it's still very, very strong. And it has been what has really been responsible for keeping this economy out of any recessionary territory. Because as of right now, we're still not in a recessionary environment. We're not really necessarily even close to it. We're about to get another huge piece of data tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be the labor report. Now, you got some insight into that here today, and that was the super strong ADP number. But ADP has had some issues with their model and how they go about calculating their data, and that they've adjusted and they've changed actually recently, how that they actually, compute those figures. So we have to see if that lines up with and that coincides with what we're about to get with the labor report. It is expected that the unemployment rate is actually going to go down again. We went up last month to 3.7. It is expected that it is now going to go back to 3.6. We will have to see. But what all of that has done so far, what that did today, was it made the markets start believing what Jerome Powell has been saying for the last month, which is we are not done raising rates. We are not getting ready to cut rates. We're going to keep rates higher for longer because inflation is going to be higher for longer. And the market has not believed him when he has said those things. He's not the only one. A lot of different Fed members have come out and said that. You had a Fed member today come out and say the exact same thing. Today, Fed members said, hey, we still have work to do on inflation. We're not out of the woods yet. Core inflation is still far too high. It's very sticky. We haven't seen the progress that we would like to see. We're going to have to raise rates further. I'm in favor of more rate hikes. I'm in favor of keeping rates higher for longer. We're not even thinking about rate cuts. All of this was what was said today. And it's what has been said over the last month. Since you go back to the last Fed meeting, it's every single Fed member has been saying this, but the stock market still doesn't believe them. The stock market's gone higher since Jerome Powell said that they were going to raise rates further. The stock market's gone higher, but the Fed funds futures market is the real kicker. The Fed funds futures market is where you literally have traders that are placing their bets on what the Fed is going to do. There is now about an 89% likelihood that the Fed is going to raise rates in July. So that's priced in. Okay, so now the market is expecting a 25 basis point rate hike at the July meeting. But then what about September? What about November? Now you actually saw today the percentage probability of rate hikes at the next meetings after July. You saw those numbers start to bump higher. Now they're still under 50%. So the market still doesn't really believe that 2 more rate hikes are coming. The market only thinks 1 more rate hike is coming. But if you recall at the last Fed meeting, the Federal Reserve raised their target for the end of the year to 5.6. In order for the Fed to move to get to 5.6, they're going to have to raise rates 2 more times, not 1. And then you also saw Treasury yields explode today. The 2-year Treasury well over 5%, the 10-year well over 4%. These are the highest levels that you have seen since 2007, 2008. You are getting a free 5% on your money for owning a 2-year note. A 3-month or a 6-month, I mean, you're talking about now you're 5.5% free money. It's an absolute no-brainer, right? It's an absolute no-brainer, especially people that are at retirement age or in retirement. It's a free 5.5% on your money. It's something that I have my father doing. It's a ladder strategy where you'd buy a 3-month, a 6-month, a 1 year. This way you always make sure that you have money that's constantly maturing so that you always have liquidity. So like every 3 months or so, you'll get a chunk of money that matures. If you need it, you can take it. If not, you roll it in, you keep collecting your interest. And it's been something that has been working very, very well this year. Okay. But that tells you that the market is beginning to believe the Fed. They're not quite there yet, but they're beginning to believe them a little bit more. We'll see what tomorrow's labor report number, what that does to the expectations of a rate hike in July, and then rate hikes at the consecutive meetings to see if the Fed is actually going to be able to get rates as high as 5.6. Because in order to do that, you got to raise rates 2 more times, not just 1. So we'll see what is in store for us at the July meeting. All right. So let me see if we are, give me a thumbs up, Adam, if we are good to go. We are not yet good to go. All right, guys. So what I'll do here now is let's start going over the SPY price action today. And what I want to do now is I want to go through the SPY. I want to talk about kind of the price action we saw here today. And let's talk about, some of the possibilities of what we can expect going into tomorrow, because today's gap down took you right into a pretty big level of support. And you really tested this level of support. Here's that level of support. And I'll draw it out for you guys. It's right here around like 438. And we really got deep into this level today. So 438, you can see that was resistance on the 20th. You had the big gap down on the 20th. So you see all that resistance there. And then that was also resistance from the 29th. Okay. So this creates a gap. And then you have the big gap up on the 30th. So you see the big gap up on the 30th, that created a gap. We went down and we closed that gap today. But we really pushed deeper. This support level for me was around 438. We got as deep as 437, and then the buying pressure stepped in, and it was enough to reverse the markets and push us back above that level. So now that you're back above this level, you still look for this 437 to 438 zone to be support. Okay, this is going to be a level of support, and depending on this labor report tomorrow, you may see the markets try to regain that gap down from today's gap down even further. But I'm not here today to try to give you a prediction on the direction that I believe this market is going to go. Based on the data that we get tomorrow, I'm going to wait and see what is the labor report data. What is it? Because if you get the market's initial reaction today to the stronger than expected ADP report was to actually sell off and for interest rates to move higher. So I want to see if tomorrow you get a similar type of price action, because if you get similar price action tomorrow, if yields continue to move higher, if stocks continue to move lower tomorrow on the back of a strong labor report, let's say unemployment goes from 3.7 to 3.6, okay, or 3.7 to 3.5. If you get a very strong labor report tomorrow and the market gives you another pullback and yields move higher, then that's going to tell me that the market is now even more so beginning to believe that they're going to raise rates not once, but twice. And I would fully expect to see September's probability of a rate hike at the September meeting. I would fully expect to see it was around 29% today. I would fully expect that to jump up to around 40%. Your November hike, I believe, was around 40% today. I would expect that to climb over 50. So if you get another strong labor number and the market sells off and yields move higher, you should then see the Fed rate probabilities move higher for another rate hike. And that would be us starting to believe Jerome Powell. But if you get the opposite price action today, because the market is very finicky right now, you get labor data that comes out and it's like, hey, the jobs market is still really strong. Well, that means soft landing. So you could have the exact opposite price action tomorrow. Today, it's like, okay, is the market going to look at this data glass half empty or glass half full? Because up until this point, every time you got strong economic data, it went into the soft landing bucket and therefore was a catalyst for stocks to move higher. Today, the strong jobs data caused us to move lower, as it then said, well, wait a second, maybe the Fed is telling the truth. Maybe they are going to raise rates 2 more times. So it's the first time you really saw that price action today. So I'm very interested tomorrow. Tomorrow's a very important day for sentiment on this market going into the next Fed meeting in a week or two. I'm not sure what the exact date is. I'll have to check and give you guys the exact. Once we get closer to the Fed meeting, we'll be going over the game plan for that. But it's coming up on, okay, there you go. Thank you, Joe. July 25th and then 26th. So July 26th is going to be the Fed decision whether or not they're raising rates. I fully expect a 25 basis point rate hike at the July 26th meeting. I fully expect a 25 basis point rate hike. And at this point, so does the market. But what about after that? Are they done after that? Are they pausing? Are they going to skip another meeting in September? Or are they going to raise again? We'll have to see. Okay? We'll have to see. But first time today in a while that you got downward movement on the back of strong labor data. I want to see if that repeats itself tomorrow. All right? All right, folks. So I think we are ready now. With that being said, I would like to continue this conversation. We had an amazing conversation yesterday. And in order to continue this conversation, everybody give a big shout out and a huge AO to my business partner and the co-founder of this amazing TTG platform that we call home. Everybody give a shout out to Adam.
Doing his job. What's up, man? How's it going?
What's up, bro? I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing well. I am surprised to see this many people on the stream today. Given the fact that that we were not able to send email out to members. So that's pretty awesome.
That is awesome. Yeah, almost 600 people. Yeah, guys, go ahead and smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you haven't done so already.
Alrighty. So, and Restream changed their entire thing.
Yes, they did. It threw me for a loop today. I was like,
it's actually really throwing me off here.
Yeah, it threw me off. I was like, wait a second, where's the chat? Where's the caption? It was throwing me off today. Restream changed up their platform. I feel like they do that often.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we had a great stream last night. I think a lot of people really enjoyed the discussion that we had and the questions that you were asking and kind of how we went over the top trending stocks and the analysis that we were able to give helped a lot of people make a lot of money today. So, big shout out to everybody that was on the live stream last night and obviously the members that were inside of chat, whether it was, Rivian or if it was Meta, just some really good trading opportunities out there in the markets today as the markets opened up, the markets. You got a really nice wide range day today with really good movement to the downside in the morning and then movements back to the upside in the afternoon.
Why don't we start with the videos that we had from yesterday? All right, excellent. So let's start with what's the first one you want to start with?
Well, let's kind of go over what it is that we're even talking about first. I mean, so yesterday,
good.
Yeah, guys. So yesterday, we on the live stream. We did a new segment where Adam went on StockTwits and he went through like the top 5 trending stocks. What stocks are trending on StockTwits? And he gave me 2 minutes to analyze each one of those stocks, 2 minutes each, on how would I trade that stock tomorrow, meaning today. And I want to go through and I want to recap this and let's go over, let's look at what we said yesterday. And then let's see what those stocks actually did today. And let's talk about how we were able to make some money today. So first up, let's go ahead and pull up where I made my money today, which was Meta. Meta was a stock that we had been focusing on for the last several days. It was the number one trade idea for the long side yesterday. Members were able to really capitalize on that one in a big way. And then coming into the day today, still on watch for the long side. We didn't quite get to my final target, but we caught a really nice like $5-6 move to the upside on Meta. It was a thing of beauty. Let's go ahead and let's play the video clip from yesterday when I gave you guys my analysis on how to trade Meta today.
All right, let's put 2 minutes on the clock. Share my screen here so everyone can see it. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to start with Meta. Go.
So the way that I'm trading Meta, I think Meta has more upside. So Meta was a long today for us in True Trading Group. Okay, that was one of the top trade ideas today, was long through this level. You had a real nice volume increase through this level of resistance. I think there's more upside on Meta. I think you can get this up into like the low 300s. You had a nice support level here today around this 293.50. I would look to be a buyer of Meta. If you get close to this 293.50 zone, I would try to be a buyer of Meta. I'm looking for Meta to get into the low 300s, maybe like 300 to 302. I think there's more upside there. If there's a pullback on this name, that's the first support level. I'd look for the entry point. So there is the analysis. That was on Meta. Okay, that was on Meta. Now, the line that I just drew for you guys, that I drew for you last night, I have it back up on the screen. Here's the line. Well, let me just delete that. I don't want to confuse you. So there's the line. We said that 293.50 zone, right? We said watch for pullbacks into that zone. I want to be a buyer of Meta when we get down to that zone. So what happened? Right off the opening bell, we dropped right down into that zone, 293.50. And then we stepped in and then took the trade long right there at 294. So right there is where we stepped in and we took the trade long on Meta, right in front of that support level that we had identified there for you guys last night. And again, I'll go back and I'll just show it to you, just make this easier. There's the support, right? You guys can see there's support here today. So let me move that. So there's your support level there today. There it was yesterday. Right? So you guys can see that support level there from yesterday and then this morning. So right off the open, drops right into our buy zone, and then we pull the trigger, bang, taking that trade long, and then we start just pulling profits off the table as we start pushing this thing back up to the upside. So we just start to take profits off the table as we are starting to climb higher here on Meta, and here are my take profits there on Meta, and I held on to a piece. You heard me say on the live last night, my target was up around the low 300. So my final target was going to be up here inside this little square box that you guys see. We did not quite get there. So I got 1, 2, 3 profits off the table. We did not quite get to the final target, and I ended up taking my final piece of profit off the table when we cracked back underneath VWAP. Right here was the final take profit, and that was a beautiful little money maker there for us today on Meta. And we gave you the analysis yesterday on the live stream. I told you, hey, you dropped down to 293. We're looking to be buyers tomorrow. And that's exactly what we did. Okay. We don't just tell you, we actually do what we say here. We stepped in there, took the trade, and then made some nice chunk of change there on Meta today. That was my top trade of the day. That's where I made the bulk of my money today, was on that Meta trade. So nicely done there, folks. Everyone that was able to capitalize on the Meta trade. And as we keep things moving forward, there was also a handful of other stocks that we went over last night. Right? Adam asked me again. He asked me about 5 different stocks that were top trending on StockTwits, Meta being one of them. He asked me, how would I trade Meta today? That was what we said. It happened today. We capitalized on it. But then another trending stock from yesterday was Rivian. And Rivian's been a company that's been busy lately. They've had a lot of news. They've had a lot of catalysts. EV sector's been hot because Tesla's been moving higher. Tesla's one of the top gaining stocks in the markets this year. So you've had a lot of tailwinds in the EV sector, and Rivian's got its own catalyst. So Adam asked me yesterday, hey, Mike, what is your analysis? How would you trade Rivian today? Let's go ahead and play the clip from yesterday.
2 minutes, Rivian, go for it.
So Rivian's got some positive catalysts. Okay. You have obviously the positive news from Tesla has been pulling Rivian up with it, but Rivian is in final negotiations with Amazon to allow them to actually sell their vans to other buyers. Now, that could be a really good catalyst for Rivian, but the stock has had a huge run in the last week and a half. I mean, this was a $13.50 stock a week ago. It is now up to $20.50. You have a lot of resistance up here around this 21.5 to 22. What I think may happen here with Rivian is I think the easier trade at this point, if you asked me this a couple of days ago, I would say, if you asked me this yesterday or today, I would say I like the trade long from our upside. I still think there's a little more upside, but I think the easier trade where there's still more meat on the bone is actually going to be a fade and a pullback off of 21.5 or 22. If you look at my screen right now, you see you have this big resistance level right here in January and February, and that goes all the way back to the previous low from the initial sell-off there in May. So that's going to be a huge level for us for Rivian once you get into this level. And then you also have the 200-day moving average, which is this yellow line you see on my screen that lines up right there at that zone. So what I would be looking for here on Rivian, you had support today around 1950. I just look for 1950 to continue to be support. I think there's a little bit more upside left on Rivian. And then I think off of 21.5 area, 21.5, then I think the stock starts to pull back. And I think you can trade this both ways. Long up to 21.5, 22, and then fade that back to 1950.
Done?
Yep. All right, guys. So there you have it. So that was my analysis from yesterday on how would you trade Rivian. And I said 1950, look for that to continue to be support. I think there's more upside on Rivian. So you take the long at 1950, ride that thing up to 21.5, 22 resistance, and then look for there to be resistance up around 21.5 to 22. Let's take a look and see what happened with Rivian today. 1950, we drew the line right there on my screen yesterday. Let's draw it back there today. So for those of you that can see it, there's 1950. And you can see that it was a nice level of support for the stock yesterday. And then prior to that, you can see prior day's close on July 3rd. It was the close of the day. So 1950 was the close from July 3rd. It was the low of the day from July 5th. And then you come into the markets today, and what happens right off the opening bell? We drop right down back into where? 1950. There it is. There's the 1950. We said look for that to continue to be support. There is your support, and the stock then starts to rip and roar to the upside. Right now, trading higher after hours. Right now, 2170, right off that 1950 level. Now you are approaching the level of resistance. Okay, so now what I said yesterday was I think you can trade this both ways. I think you can be long off of 1950, but then once you get up towards 2150 to 22, then I think maybe the stock starts to give you a little bit of a pullback. It's a very strong move in the stock today. I would not just come in and just go ahead and short the stock right now. It is a strong move. You're back over the 200-day moving average, but I want to see tomorrow if we get a failure off 22, like if tomorrow, let's say tomorrow we gap up right here, right? And then all of a sudden you put in a candle that looks like this, and you get this big, deep red candle right off the opening bell. Then I would say, okay, let's look to see if we can fade this back to 21 support is where I would be definitely taking a piece of profit off the table because 21 was a level of resistance, and now you look for it to become support. So here it is. There is 21 resistance from July 3rd, and there was 21 resistance from highs of the day today before the breakout late in the day. So if you do take this trade short at 22, look to take some profits off at 21. So far, the first half of this trade worked out beautifully. The long off of 1950 up to 21.5, 22, that worked out beautifully. So congratulations. I know a lot of members capitalized and caught this trade. They stepped in right here and got long the stock right in front of that 1950 and were able to capitalize on the afternoon move. So we were, again, that's now 2 for 2, correct on the analysis from last night's live stream, helping you guys identify some opportunities to make some money in the markets. And now let's see what happens with the second half of this trade, right? Because I said, I think you're going to have resistance once you get up here into this zone. This 21.5 to 22 area is where you find resistance, and that's going to be right there. There's your resistance from January, February, and then you can see before that, previous level of support back there in May. Now you're right up testing this area. Stocks had a huge move over the last week. Does it still have more juice to continue this squeeze move to the upside? It could. It's got a decent short position on it, but I'm just cautious here. I think if you were long, I think that's a beautiful place to take profit. And let's see if there's a pullback day on the stock tomorrow. And then we'd be right, not just on the long side, but we'll be right on the second half of the trade as well. So far, so good there on the Rivian analysis. Nicely done. All right, folks. Next up, like I said, there was a handful of stocks Adam gave me. Next up was Mullen. Okay. Next up was Mullen. You guys know how I feel. You guys know how I feel about this. You guys know how I feel about this stock. Okay. And what we'll do now, okay, I'll save you the my opinions on. I came on yesterday. You guys, I really dislike this stock. I think it's one of the biggest pieces of garbage in the entire markets. I don't think it belongs. I think it belongs on the OTC. I think it will soon be there. It's a stock that for the last 2 years, I've been begging people not to be invested into and hold on to. And it's just a liquidation fest. It is a dilution fest. I mean, the amount of dilution in this company is unbelievable. And the stock has gone down. The stock's down 99% over the last 2 years, and it continues to just continue to go down. But it had a big day yesterday, traded over 1.5 billion shares. The stock was up like 90% or something like that. And everybody got very excited because, you know, it's Mullen. Oh, this is it. This is going to be the move to the moon. And I came on yesterday and I kind of gave people my thoughts that, hey, trade it, don't invest in it. And I went over very specific prices on how to trade Mullen if you were going to. This is from yesterday. Let's play that clip. I'll get to it. I've been saying it for 2 years, and people don't want to listen to me that this is a total piece of garbage.
All right, we get it. Get to the analysis.
The stock was up today. It traded 1.5 billion shares, the most volume it's ever traded, and it's only went to 19 cents. If I look at this thing, yes, you have resistance. You have resistance here around 20 cents. Maybe you push through 20 cents and get to 30. The way that I would trade Mullen, if I was going to trade Mullen, which I'm not going to, is if it gets through 20 cents, okay, 21 cents, let it get through 21 cents. Make sure the volume is still there like it was today. Today was a huge volume day. If you see that kind of volume again tomorrow and it's above 21, it probably goes to 30. So I think the best way to trade Mullen, if you got to trade it, because I'm not trading this thing, okay, is if it gets through 20 to 21 and the volume is heavy like it was today, it probably has room to 30. So there you go. So there's the analysis on Mullen. Let's see what happened today on Mullen. The analysis, spot on, but the move happened pre-market. Okay, so you would have been the best move in Mullen today was pre-market. Pre-market is when the stock made its move. The markets opened up this morning in the pre-market session, and what happened? We broke through. You heard me say 21 cents on the live stream from yesterday. I said if we break through 21 cents, there's the breakthrough 21 cents. You pulled back for good measure, and then you found support back there at 21 cents. And the stock did what? It ran right to 32 cents. 32 cents. So we said on the live stream last night, if Mullen gets over 21 cents, it probably goes to 30. I was 2 cents off. It went to 32 cents. And then the stock gave you its pullback, right? So you broke through 21. There's the breakthrough 21. It goes to 30. And then I would say, that's it, call it. And then you can see the stock sells off there off of 30 and is now trading back at 22 cents. So like I said, that would be how I would have traded Mullen if you absolutely had to trade it. I did not trade Mullen. I have no intention on trading Mullen. You guys know how I feel about the stock and about the company. But if you wanted to trade it, that was the analysis there. And then lastly, another stock that Adam had asked me about yesterday was BTAI. BTAI was another stock that had a big move yesterday. It was something that, was trending and everybody was talking about on StockTwits. And I gave you my analysis on what I thought was going to happen with BTAI and where I thought you should be entering this trade. Again, this is from yesterday. Let's go ahead and play the clip from yesterday, and we'll talk about what the stock did today. Let's play it.
Let's wrap up this segment with BTAI. You got 2 minutes on the clock, and
BTAI had a nice move today. Now, this is a biotech stock that gapped down last week on news. Okay, this is not a good piece of news for BTAI. Stock gapped all the way down to $6. It got crushed. It was down more than 50% in one day. Now the stock is starting to recover, and you actually had a huge volume day today that took you back above a major level of support. Okay, so what I like to see, I like when you have major support levels get broken and then get retaken. So if you see this move in BTAI, you see BTAI here. You see how you used to have this major level of support there from 2022. So that big level of support, you gapped underneath it last week, and that became a gap entry and a resistance level. And then right away, immediately, you regain that level. I would look for $9, $9.20, $9.25. I'd look for this to reestablish itself as support and see if BTAI can climb a little higher. I like BTAI maybe up to around 13.5, maybe $13 to $14. I think maybe the stock can kind of get back to before it settles down. But I look for this $9 area that was support, and then it was the gap entry. We broke into the gap here today, huge volume. Look for that level, this line. Look for that to be support now. And I'd look for maybe like a day of consolidation and then look for a follow-through move. And that's what I think about BTAI. So there you have it. So there's the analysis on BTAI yesterday. Now, you heard me say very specifically, look for 9,925 to be a level of support. Look for that to reestablish support, and then look for BTAI to move higher. So let's go ahead and take a look at what happened in BTAI today. Let's draw the line. There's the line, 925. That's a line that we talked about. Now, BTAI, I said, looks like we have room to around $13 or $14. Well, we went to $13.5, $14 right there in the pre-market session. But then the stock begins to pull itself back down towards that $9.25 level that we talked about yesterday on the live stream. There's the line, there's the level, and there's the beautiful level of support. And the stock then pushes itself higher back up to $11.75 off of this level. And that gave traders a very nice move to the upside, identifying the support level down there at 925 and then capitalizing all the way up to 1150. So from 925 all the way to 1150, that's a beautiful trade that a lot of people were able to make some money on. I know I said I think he's had room to $13 to $14, but we already got to 1150, identifying the buy zone support at 925. And that analysis ended up being spot the F on as well. So just a huge shout out and congrats to the traders out there and the members of TTG that were capitalizing on all these opportunities in chat. I didn't trade all of these things today. I can't trade everything. But again, this is a list of stocks that Adam gave me yesterday that were trending on StockTwits, asked me, hey, how would you trade them? I gave you my analysis, and it turns out that we were on the money on almost all these names. So shout out there, guys. Congrats. And if you guys are not members of True Trading Group, this is the type of analysis that you get on a daily basis. You don't need to continue to guess about what stock is going to be the next big short squeeze. Rely on 10 professional traders to identify support and resistance levels. Rely on professional traders to help you determine where are entry points, where are exit points, to put yourself in the highest probability setups and positions that you can possibly put yourself in. Control your risk and just capitalize on the movements that are out there. We do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. Before the market ever opens, we give you our watch list. The moderators and I will tell you, hey, this is what we're looking at. These are the stocks we're focusing on. This is the prices we're looking to enter. These are the prices we're looking to exit. So you know what to focus on before the day even begins, right? Let us do a lot of that heavy lifting for you guys. That's why so many members of True Trading Group are able to make money and become better traders. If you guys don't take my word for it, members of TTG, do me a favor and just type the number 1 in chat. If you guys are making money and you're becoming better traders because of True Trading Group, do me a favor and just type the letters TTG. Type the number 1 inside chat right now. If you guys are making money, you're becoming better traders. Again, that's members. If you're making money, becoming better traders, type the number 1 inside chat right now. Now, if you guys are not members and you're on the live stream with me now, just try to pay attention to how many people type the number 1. These people type the number 1. These are your peers. These are your peers. These are people that are just like you. They found us on a live stream. They learned more in an hour and a half on a live stream than they have in the past year, trying to figure this stuff out by themselves. They had all the same excuses that you have for yourself: small account, full-time job, no experience, lost money in the markets before, scammed by some other group. But yet now here they are telling you they're actually making money. How can that possibly be? Well, it's because they're guided by 10 professional traders during the day, but it's also because they have access to a real professional level of education and curriculum, which is a simplified version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. And they have access to some of the top trading tools that are available in the market today. $5,000 worth of tools that give them more information, that help them make better decisions, that help them be confident in what they are seeing and what they're believing, so they can pull the trigger when they see these opportunities out there. And that's how these people are able to make money and become better traders, like you just saw. I'm curious to see how many people that are on the live stream right now that are not members of True Trading Group now. I just saw a bunch of people that are members. If you guys want to do me a favor and just type the letters TTG if you are not a member of True Trading Group. Again, if you're not a member now, just type TTG. Let's see who we have on here that's not part of the community. Because I got some really exciting news to share with you guys. If you guys are not members, I got something special for you. If enough people comment TTG, I got something really special for you. So type TTG. I got some really special news for you guys. those of you that are not members of True Trading Group. Go ahead and type the letters TTG, folks, for those of you that are not part of the community. All right, we got Ben. Johnny, you never miss a stream, brother. Johnny Gutierrez, you never miss a stream. Ever. Latasha, Penny. Very nice. We got Utaka with a sad face. Utaka, we got to change that. We've got to change it. And I've got something that's going to turn that frown upside down. I know you're very sad that you're not a member. We got my null is not a member. Guys, we got to change that. I got something special for all of you that are typing TTG. Something that we have not had in quite a while. And I'm happy to say, but it's only a limited amount. We did our best. We try to give away, when we.
Wait a second. It's not confirmed.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, hang on a second. I'm just trying to confirm it. It's like the last minute.
Always. Yeah, it's always something.
All right. I have okay, so now it's confirmed, but I don't know how much I have. All right, I got it. So guys, sorry, I have been, while Mike was going over all that, I was actually working to see if what he was about to say is good to go, which it is. So I will now let you guys know. For all of you that are not members, I was able to get my hands on 7 Windows laptops. Brand new Asus, Acer, Lenovo, HP, and Dell laptops that are not Chromebooks, that are all Windows based. I have 7 of them. And that's it. So what we are going to do is the next 7 people that sign up, you're going to get one of those laptops. I have 7 of them, and that is it. Normally we try and get the Windows laptops. Most of the time we get Chromebooks, which we give out. But these are all going to be Windows 10 laptops with a year of Microsoft 365. That's Word, Excel, all of that included with it for 1 year. So it's going to be a 15-inch, anywhere between like a 14 and a 15-inch laptop. And yeah, brand new in the box, full warranty, everything.
Sweet.
7 of them. That is it. I do not expect to have, I'm sure we'll be able to get more Chromebooks and other things, but I do not expect to have these laptops long.
Yeah, full Windows laptop. I mean, we haven't had these, dude, in a long time.
Yeah, we used to get them all the time before COVID, but then the price just like skyrocketed, and now apparently there's a handful of them.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, guys. So that's great. So that's great news. All right. So that means the next 7 people to join True Trading Group are going to get themselves a brand new free laptop.
Yeah, Windows laptop. Normally our price is $22.12. We're walking our price back up from one of our sales. And so right now we are at $897. So it's $897 for the entire year. You pay that up front. We do not do a monthly program. There's no need for it at that price point. So essentially what that works itself out to is like $74.75 per month, or about $2.45 per day, right? So that's what it comes out to. And I believe that is a 59% off the normal price of $22.12. Windows works better for TTG software. So all of the TTG platform is in the cloud. So you do not need to download anything on your computer. There's nothing you need to download. There's nothing you need to install. All of it is done in the cloud on our platform. Okay. So it doesn't matter which computer you use. It does not matter. But this does matter. This laptop does matter because a lot of people, if they wanted to use Thinkorswim and they wanted to download Thinkorswim, you can download Thinkorswim and use it. You can actually put that type of software on this laptop as opposed to a Chromebook.
Awesome.
So, yeah, I got 7 of them. And that is it.
Okay.
We used to get them all the time. We used to get these like Asus like netbooks or Vivo books or something before COVID, and then they had the chip shortage, and then everything just went through the roof.
Yeah.
Nah, Mac, I'm sorry. All right, so what you want to do is go to ttgoffer.com. Once you go there, you're going to see that the price says $2,212. What you want to do is you have to enter the coupon code TTG121, click the blue apply code button, or just hit enter. It'll flash green. The price will change. Then you scroll down, you enter your info. You're going to create a username, a password. You're going to put your email, your phone number, all that stuff. And then you will check out. Okay. You could check out with PayPal or you could check out with credit card. We do accept PayPal credit. So there is that. All right. What else am I forgetting? You do not need to enter your address when you check out. The moment that you sign up, right after, you're going to get a welcome email. That email is going to have instructions on how to claim your laptop. Okay, so you do not need your email. You do not need your address to claim the laptop. So that is that.
Yeah, and you guys will know that you're getting the laptop if when you go to ttgoffer.com, as long as you see the laptop in the checkout cart, that's how you know you're getting one. So as long as you see it, we're getting one. So even if you watch this live stream after it's already aired, as long as you see the laptop, that's how you know you're getting it. So you just go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. The price will drop down to $897. And that's it. You guys just fill out your info. You don't need to enter your address. You'll get a welcome email after you subscribe or after you join the community. And there'll be instructions in there how to claim that laptop. Okay. There's only 7 of them. So the next 7 people are going to get it. Let me go over what else you get included with the membership. Cause it's, obviously you're not just joining to get a laptop, right? You're going to get our entire 22 course curriculum. Joe, if you want to maybe post up the link in chat, this way people can see actually a list of all of the courses they're going to have access to when they do become a member, because it's a simplified and expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. There's beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures. It's all included. Guys, there are no upsells for courses. You don't join, pay $897. Then all of a sudden there's these pro courses, VIP courses that cost another $1,000. We don't sell you half the solution. We don't play games like that. You get access to the entire curriculum when you join. You also get access to all of our tools and resources. The tools are the best trading tools that are out there. This is going to cost you around $5,000 a year if you pay for them on your own. You get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed. So live breaking up to the second news alerts, congressional trading data to track the trades being made by members of Congress, insider trading. So you can track trades being made by management teams. Okay. If you go to Benzinga directly, just that is going to cost you well over $1,000 a year. It is included when you join TTG for the $897. You also get Quote Media's full book level 2, TradingView's premium charting software. The charting software is like $600 a year if you go to TradingView directly. It is included when you join TTG. The Trade Ideas scanner, which many of you may pay for already, that streams on our platform live every day so you guys can focus on the hot stocks that are out there. A simulator from ETNA lets you trade stocks, options, crypto, and futures with fake money but real-time data. That simulator from ETNA is actually used at a lot of different colleges and universities across the country. It would cost you just under $1,000 a year if you were to go to ETNA directly. It is included when you join our platform. You also get our own proprietary scanner that lets you create your own custom scans, dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow, short data. All of this is included when you join True Trading Group for just $8.97. You also get a trading journal that tracks your trades for you, a social sentiment scanner that tells you what stocks are being talked about most on social media, analyst ratings on any stock to tell you how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating. The mods and I give you our watch list every day, which is the stocks we're focused on with entry points and exit points, very detailed game plans, so you know where to focus your attention before the day even begins. There's a video library with like over 600 hours of workshops and webinars covering different topics. And then you can start attending those workshops, live once you become full-time members.
Yeah, we got one tonight with Diane Fig at 6 in the main chat room.
We got a study group session in 30 minutes. You guys, if you join tonight, you can actually go into our main chat room. You're actually going to be doing a study group with someone from True Trading Group that actually started with $100 in their account and is now paying their bills with trading. So that is the person that's going to be holding a study group session inside of the True Trading Group chat room. It is open to all members. You can all go in there. It's going to start at 6 o'clock. So if you guys join here today, you'll also have access to it. Just go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121. You have to manually type in that code. It's not going to do it automatically for you. Type in TTG121, click apply code, price drops to $8.97. I offer a double your money back guarantee here also, folks. Anyone that joins your trading group, we stand behind the platform that we've created. We see the results that members have. Anyone that joins TTG for $8.97, go through the courses, pass the quizzes, attend the study group, really utilize the platform that you're subscribing to. Don't just log in 4 times all year. Like, I didn't make any money. Do those things. And if you can't make back $897 at least one time during your membership, we will give you back double, $1,794. We'll give it right back to you. That's how confident we are in our platform's ability to help you reach your goals. We can do that because we've only had to give a refund to roughly 2.39% of all of our members. We're 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 2,200 reviews, and 78% of our members renew their membership or have upgraded to go on to become lifetime members of the community. If our refund rate was 15 or 20%, I wouldn't be able to offer you double your money back. We would literally just go out of business. If you have any questions about the membership, if you are having a tough time signing up, or if you used to be a trial or you used to be an annual member and you guys want to join for this deal and get the laptop, you have to send us a text message, 786-505-4049. Again, 786-505-4049. Phone number is right down there at the bottom of your screen. Text that number. We're fully transparent. We're an open book. All right. So again, all of you that are not members, you guys are in for a treat. We haven't had these laptops in quite a while. We ship anywhere in the world. We cover the shipping. We have members, remember, don't forget, we have members in 115 different countries. As long as you live on planet Earth, we'll get you the laptop. Only 7 available. Go to ttgoffer.com, coupon code TTG121. As long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart, you're getting one. All right, folks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, guys, we're looking forward to the study group session at 6. So as soon as we're done with the live stream, members, you guys can all hop into the main chat room and get ready for Diane's study group. It's going to be a damn good one. She's famous for her bedtime stories. So Diane does these.
Hey, that sounds weird.
Nah, that's what we call them. They're these bedtime.
No, I'm aware. I'm just saying. You made it.
She's famous for them. Members of True Trading Group, look forward to them. They're a lot of fun. They're super educational.
I got to tell you, with very little marketing, I'm very impressed with the amount of people that showed up today.
Yeah, man. We put out.
We didn't send a single email out about today.
Listen, we put out some really great content. We put out some really good information that helps people. Helps people make money. So, I'm surprised we've got as many people as we have on, especially on, this short holiday week. A lot of people took off this week, but the golden nuggets just keep raining down upon you from this channel. So between the other mods, myself, our special guests we have on here, we do everything we can to share with you guys our experience and our knowledge. And if that helps you guys make money, then fantastic. That's the goal, right? Empower retail traders and be the reason that Wall Street stops referring to retail traders as dumb money. That's our goal. And I say so far we're doing a pretty damn good job of it by the looks of all of our members that typed the number one before when I asked who's making money.
Somebody said, they sent a text. They said, what are the specs of the laptop? The new and free. It has Windows. You're not going to hack into NASA with it, but you are able to trade with it.
Yeah, it's not a MacBook Pro, okay?
You are not. Let me take it back. You're not somebody that I want to sign up for True Trading Group.
Yeah.
So
it's a free laptop. It's a free Windows laptop. I mean, if you don't like it, sell it on eBay, give it to your kid, use it for work. Whatever. It's a free laptop. Don't join True Trading Group just for the laptop, guys. Free laptops are cool, but what's cooler is buying your own laptop with trading profits, which is a cool little extra incentive that we give to people. We haven't had them in a long time. So we were excited when we heard we were able to even get our hands on 7 of the Windows laptops. They're worth a few $100. This isn't a $1,300 gaming laptop. Okay, they're worth a few $100. You can trade with them though. A lot of our members trade with them. So some people need something new that doesn't have viruses on it and everything else, and is not what you use to do everything else. And it's a perfect little tool for you guys to be able to trade on if you need to, or give it to your kid for school, whatever. It's our gift to you. Again, that's ttgoffer.com. Use the code TTG121. All right, folks, let's move on back over to the SPY. We'll talk about the labor report for tomorrow. So again, tomorrow's labor report, we're going to be—
Hang on 1 second. So Utica Becker says, pretty sure it's time I pulled the trigger on this. You think?
Yes, Utica. It definitely is time.
Utica, absolutely pull the trigger. You're talking to me, by the way, on text.
Yeah, Utica, I saw your questions before. Yeah, you're talking to Adam, guys. If you text that number, you're talking to Adam. You're not talking to some random customer service, but you're talking to Adam, the owner of the company. So go ahead and send a text message if you guys have questions, 786-505-4049. And Utica, I would absolutely jump on this. We haven't had these laptops in a while. And the price is moving up. We're moving the price of our membership higher. So it's $897. That's it for the whole year. You get access to everything, all of our courses and all of our tools. You get access to all of that stuff. And you get a free laptop. And you have a double your money back guarantee. It's a no-brainer. Looking forward to trading with you, Utica. All right. Oh, wow, Michelle, that's amazing. Good for you. Michelle, that's beautiful. Michelle says, I gave my free laptop to a friend of mine's son who needed one for school and could not afford one. Good for you. That's incredible. I love that. Paying it forward. I love that. So let's get back over to the SPY, guys. And, after the big sell-off that we experienced in the markets today, right? After that jobs data came out today, you can see a big sell-off in the pre-market, and that pre-market sell-off flowed over into the open, and then you just bounced into the afternoon session. We did get a nice little bounce in the afternoon session, but tomorrow is really what we're going to be focused on. And resistance levels I'm looking at are 441. Okay, 441 is a key level that we have to be watching for tomorrow. Now, 441 was the prior pre-market lows on the SPY before the data came out. But what else is 441? It's gap entry from the big gap up on the 30th. All right, so you got this big gap up on the 30th, and that creates gap entry. So we broke back down into that today, so that you have this open gap now that potentially could be filled up to 441. And I would look for there to be resistance back up at 441. Again, I'm not sitting here trying to predict for you tomorrow what this data is going to be in the labor report. I have no idea what the unemployment number is going to be. It is expected to be 3.6. Could it be 3.8? Could it be 3.4? Any of those things could happen. So I want to wait for that data to come out and then react to it and then capitalize on the price action and the setups that we see, just like we did today. This data came out this morning. We saw the reaction to the data. It gave us a clear plan on where to make money today in the markets. We had our levels. We had our setups. We talked about them yesterday. Those prices are hit, you act. When your entry zones are hit, you enter. When your exit zones are reached, you exit. I know it sounds simple, but really it's when you come up with a trading plan like that, hey, if the stock gets to this price, I'm going to buy it. If it gets to this price, I'm going to sell it. So when it gets to those prices, just do those things and don't do anything else in between. Okay. Just follow that game plan, follow that analysis. We give you guys exactly what our game plans are, so you know ahead of time before the day begins. Tomorrow is going to be an important day with this labor report, and I'll be watching 441 resistance, and then you look for today's lows to be support. And I think we trade within that range tomorrow, and that's going to give us some really good trading opportunities. And we'll see about what that number says in the morning when it comes out. All right. So I still have my eyes on Meta. I still have my eyes on Rivian. I'm focused on basically the same stocks. I'm focused on Rivian for tomorrow. I'm focused on Meta for tomorrow. I'm looking at AMD. So there's a lot out there, folks. So get your butts in chat tomorrow. Like I said, go to ttgoffer.com. Use that coupon code TTG121. Click apply code. Price drops to $897. You see a laptop, you're getting one. Text us if you have issues, 786-505-4049. The thing I'm interested about Meta tomorrow. Meta, so it was announced today that Twitter was going to sue Meta over threads. And you got some weakness in Meta after that news came out, right? So late in the day, you had a sell-off in Meta, late into the day, right? So maybe some weakness there on the back of that. But now what you have done is you just dropped into your support level. Your support level is 289 to 290. So let's see if that level holds now tomorrow, because 289, 290, that's this level of what was resistance. You broke through it yesterday. You pulled back today. Let's see if that level holds. If that 289, 290 level holds, there could be a long off that level. But I'm not going to be aggressive with it. I'm going to wait and see if the level holds, because I want to see what happens with with the news. I want to see what happens with the news there with Meta. All right, folks, so there you have it. All right, guys, so listen, if you are anything else, Adam, that you want me to?
I think we're good, man. It's kind of a slow day. I want to get into Diane's group in the next 20 minutes. I think we're good.
All right. So again, listen, if you guys are not interested in a membership at all, you can sign off the live stream. I'm done with the educational stuff. What I'll do now is show you the platform for those that are interested, so you guys can see what the 897 for the year gets you. The chat room. The chat room is where the mods and I share our screen, and we're live with the mic. We're calling out trades in real time. We're with you from pre-market till after hours. We're not just gone after an hour and you guys are left to just fend for yourself. You're also going to get 2 study group sessions with our mods to speed up your learning curve. You get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed, live up to the second news alerts directly inside of chat. You're going to get TradingView's premium charting software, industry standard. One of the most commonly used charting softwares. This is included with your membership. The Trade Ideas Scanner, industry standard scanner. This is included with your membership when you guys join. A simulator from ETNA lets you practice with fake money. Our own proprietary scanner lets you create custom scans. Dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow, short data. All of this is included when you guys join for the 897. There's no upsell or additional fee for it. A trading journal that tracks your trading for you, breaks it down to the statistics. A social sentiment scanner, it tells you what stocks are talked about on social media. Analyst ratings on any stock. A watch list from the mods every single day that tells you what stocks we're focused on with entry and exit points. And then all of our courses. This is a simplified and expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund. Beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures, you name it, we've got it. It's all included. There's no upsell for additional courses. There's also a video library with over 600 hours of additional workshops covering different topics. You can attend them, you can watch them, and then you can attend the new ones live. Guys, I can't guarantee Hey, Utaka, welcome. Utaka, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Utaka, welcome to the family. Everybody, welcome Utaka. There's 6 of those laptops now remain. 6 laptops now remain. So if you're watching this live stream later tonight, after it's already aired, as long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart, that's how you know that you are getting one. Everybody, welcome Utaka to the TTG fam. Now, listen, gang, I can't guarantee you're going to be successful just because you joined TTG. But if you do join and you go through the courses and you pass the quizzes and you attend the study group and you guys are unable to make back the $897 at least one time, I'll give you back $1,794. That is double your money. Oh, I'm pronouncing it wrong now. I'm sorry, man. I pronounced it right the other day. Really? I'm trying to think how else I would pronounce it. I'm not sure how else to pronounce it. But anyway, welcome to the TTG fam. I'm sorry that I mispronounced your name, but welcome to the TTG fam. All right. So like I said, guys, you got double your money back guarantee. It's there to hold us accountable. It's there for peace of mind. I don't think you need it. We've only had to give a refund to 2.39%. Since 2016. So you guys, it's there for peace of mind. Okay. You have any questions or you're having a hard time signing up, don't hesitate. Text us 786-505-4049. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Members, head on into the main chat room. Diane's study group starts in 15 minutes.